Hit that button.
The Built2 Media Podcast.
Why is the button sticky, Gunner?
I don't know. Good question. Dude, it's just what I do.
Built2. Malay, Gunner, Zach, and Ben.
He literally piled it in his hole.
I mean, wouldn't you do it the first time? I would.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't mine, so.
Oh.
Now from the Liquid Nitro Studios, here's your host, Blake Anderson.
Gunner's locked and loaded.
Gunner Cummings.
I'll be completely honest, we're out of headphones.
Zach Whitties.
I bit on that so hard.
Ben Brooks.
They say that the
Don't have an hour and a half.
man is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck. And what turns the head? The neck.
Never heard that.
I haven't either.
Not even once.
Never heard.
I don't even know what just happened.
That's what I'm talking about.
saying.
That's right. That's right.
Hit the button.
I'm not gonna lie.
You shouldn't.
That joke never gets old.
It doesn't. I was just thinking that. It doesn't.
We don't have.
We don't have an hour and a half. It should just be like on a cue card anytime I'm telling a story.
See?
Period. Yeah, somebody just hold it. We don't have an hour and a half.
I do that to you often.
You do. And that's a good thing. Hey, we had a blast on Friday at the Red Cedar Car Show.
Yes.
I had a lot
Minus
of
the
fun.
last 4 minutes when I didn't. I thought I was gonna tinkle in my socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Johnson's still got huge calves.
He does.
Yeah. Wears shorts 360 days out of the year.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it when his hair gets long. He looks like
When it gets longer than an eighth of an inch.
looks like the normal Lego guy with the black hair. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's like perfect all the way across and then poofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got like a, what'd you call that, a bun on the back of his head or something?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You put a hot dog right in it.
Good turnout, though. Lots of people.
Great.
Lots of people.
Honestly, my favorite car was the guy we're talking to tonight.
That setup was so cool.
And the hauler. Good
Yeah.
grief. We'll ask him about
Yeah,
it.
well, what do you think we're not going to ask him about?
I'm going to
that?
ask him.
Yeah, I'm going to probably ask him, too.
got a Hemi in it.
Probably does.
You know,
Yeah, that
stuff
sort of
like
thing.
this.
But the race car,
Oh.
that does not have a Hemi in it anymore.
got a Hemi in it.
Nope. Well, we're going to find out.
I guess we will find
All
out.
right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight joining us on the program, he pilots the number 22 Junior, and sitting alongside of him is his legendary father. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on stream right now, please welcome Ben Hillman and the legend that is Jan Hillman. Gentlemen, how are you?
Just fine. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. Doing great. Thanks for joining us, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Little surprise guest.
Yeah. Jan, you're a big surprise for us. We thought maybe, we weren't sure. We thought it was going to be either you or it was going to be Ashley. We weren't sure, but very, very happy to have you here, buddy. Very happy.
I was in the neighborhood and I thought I'd stop by. You know,
I appreciate that. We both do.
Tell me, did you dust the trophies off before this, Ben?
Ooh, I don't think we'd want to get the camera a little any closer.
So let's just right off the bat. How about the hauler?
Yeah, tell us about that. How'd that all come to be?
That was pure luck, really. It kind of all started with. It all starts kind of with the car. Last fall, we wanted to throw back. Or I wanted to throw back one of my dad's old retro paint schemes. And the plan was to bring it out for the invites at the end of last year. But with all the rainouts and that short season, some of the invites got rained out. I ended up not being able to do it. So it was carried through to this year, 2026. So Ashley, my brother-in-law, Ashley Anderson, a lot of you probably all know him.
Never heard of him.
He was in the market for a hauler for his boy Tate. Some of you saw his Superstock on display at the car show this last weekend. He was in the market for something for him to get to the racetrack with. So he's searching around. It was Thanksgiving last year. He found that in Facebook Marketplace as you see it, just how it is, all lettered up, Dodge, Hemi, direct connection, the whole nine. And I just thought it would look really cool. That old scheme with the ramp truck, and it was pure luck. So
Oh, that was super cool. Everything matched up too, and the throwback. I mean, Jan, how'd you feel about that throwback when you got to see it?
It was pretty cool. There's no doubt about it. It was just like he said he was going to do that, and then seeing it, it's like, wow, yeah, it brought back a ton of memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What year was that throwback for?
That was his 1989 modified.
Jan, do you remember how you did that year?
I made it through the year really good. Yeah, no, I had a really good year that year with that car. Yeah, I won. I can't remember for sure. 7, 8, maybe 9 races. I guess I run a couple of nights a week. I went down to Marshfield on Saturday nights when that was dirt, and then run Menominee, and then we'd. Them were the two primary ones that we were hitting, hit Rice Lake once in a while, and then invites we'd get the Cedar and such. But yeah, had a good year.
I definitely remember you racing at Marshfield back then. You raced against Gary Baxter, Jack Baxter, Rob Jeanette. I think he was in a Superstock back then, but you raced against a lot of talent at Marshfield for sure. And I maintain that one of the darkest days of my life is when they blacktopped that racetrack. It was a blast to be there. Great atmosphere, all that stuff. What year did you decide to hang up the helmet and the racing shoes, Jan?
Well, it was about in 93, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, when Ben got going into the go-karts and stuff, I thought, well, busy with that. And then Jen, my daughter, she wanted to race go-karts, so we had 2 go-karts, and then my youngest son, John. So then we had 3 karts, and it didn't leave a lot of time for me to keep doing it. So I go, here we go with them,
Sure.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we can go way back on the history of Benny then.
Yeah, we can go all the way back. We can go back 30 plus years the way it sounds.
It gets pretty deep when you start thinking about it. We've done it. I myself have done it since 1994. So it's been just a few short years.
Yeah. So that first year then, how did you do, Ben?
I think I recall having a few good runs. I didn't win my first season. I know I had a lot of podiums. I don't think I raced a full season.
Is that with the cart or
the cart?
Yeah, the cart.
It was my second season. I remember racing like every Saturday night. That I think we finally started picking off a few wins my second year.
That was kind of back when your helmet was a little bigger than your body, and he'd get out of there. It was pretty fun. Yeah.
So now, what about you, Jan? How did Ben do his first season?
Yeah. Let's ask the guy who probably remembers a little bit more.
He did okay, for just a little rookie.
Sure.
You can get out there and just go. He wasn't in lines and stuff where he should be, but man, he'd tell you what, he'd just go. Yeah, but he did okay. The second year out, then we got a little different cart, and then from then on, it was, their forward for sure. Yeah. So that was just a little used cart that we bought from a guy that it was for the little junior rookies, and so yeah. But we still got that little side panel. I took a side panel off a deck lid piece off of one of my old cars, and then we lettered up a 22 on it, and we still got it hanging in the shop, and it don't look like any of the other door panels, that's for sure.
Maybe in 2027 we do a throwback to that, maybe.
Yeah, I did. I thought, God, we got to letter this up, make it look like something. And I had an old Phillips 66 Racing Fuel sticker, and I put that on there for him. And there he was, one of the hot shots then,
Big shoe with the Phillips 66 sticker on it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, big sponsor.
Yeah.
5 horse right there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, all right, Jan, I'm going to ask you this. Take us back to the beginning of your career. When did you start, and when did you realize, hey, you know what? This might be something that I want to pursue. When did all that start for you?
That started I was a senior in high school, and it was in 75. The track had just started. They switched over to Friday nights, I think, the year, or maybe that year. I don't know, because the first year they run Sunday afternoons in '73, and then anyway, they were just getting going, and I was from the Downsville area there, and Steve Weber had an old car there that he says, "Why don't you get in there and just try that or whatever?" So I did, and I run it a little bit in '75, not a lot, but then '76 is when I got the bug, and we're going to do this full time, you know. So
Oh man.
yeah, it was.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, then what really concreted me into the racing though was I lost my driver's license and couldn't drive anything else, and right like out of high school, so I could drive a race car. So that's what kept me going.
Back in the scrapyard days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't drive anything, so I had to drive a race car. I love that. I love that. So, all right, now Ben, I'll ask you the same thing. Let's go back to the beginning of your karting career. I imagine I already know the answer to this question, but prior to you starting in karts, do you remember thinking someday I want to be a race car driver?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That iconic car that I threw back at the car show, like I remember that very vividly, and was playing in the dirt next to that at probably, I don't know, 3-4 years old probably. And yeah, I always wanted to be like the 22 slush puppy car up on the high side. And yeah, those are very fond memories. And that's kind of where it all started for me.
And then your first car was pure stock, correct?
Street stock.
Street stock?
Yeah. Yep. They didn't have pures quite yet at Menominee. So yeah, that was a street stock in 2002. My dad and I had built that. It was a 73 Roadrunner.
Oh, back when street stocks were street stocks. Yeah.
Very much. Yes. Yep.
I love that. So looking back at those early years then, how serious were you taking it, Ben, back then? Was it something you just did on a Friday night, wrenching in the shop, spending time with your dad, that sort of thing? Or is it like you start to realize, I might be actually pretty good at this. Maybe I need to buckle down and take it a little bit more seriously. What was your attitude in those early years?
I was pretty serious about it for a young kid, early in high school. I'd say we spent almost 2-3 nights a week during the week, and then all weekend we built that car. It took us about a year to build the car, and I dedicated probably 5 of the 7 days a week to that. And then as things got going, it's the same grind today. You're probably dedicating same thing, 4 to 5 nights a week at least in the shop. I've kind of always it's been a friendship, and a lot of like the camaraderie and the moments in the shop have been what fuels me as much as racing. That's a testament to my dad and everything he's taught me, growing up and building cars. So it was a real young age that I was like, I want to be a NASCAR driver. And I think as you get a little older and you start realizing like what that's going to take, I don't know as if it's ever been like, I'm going to be a professional race car driver. It's been just, let's have fun with this and just do the best we can. So
Plus doing it with your dad, that togetherness, you can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you really can't find it. Like, if you're going to go hunting or something like that, there's only certain times of the year you can do that. No. Well, you can be in the shop every night of the week, 365 days a year if you want to.
Building something together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal. I totally agree with that sentence. I mean, I thought I was going to NASCAR too.
So did I.
Next thing you know, you're just going back to Cedar Lake or Red Cedar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, well, I think we missed out. I don't know. 40 might be a little old enough to move in, but and your life's really busy.
So, Jan, did you ever have aspirations of being able to go on the road racing for a living, or Were you just trying to just go out and have fun on a Friday night, or what? Like, where did you want your career to go in your early years?
Really didn't have any, back then, like on the road, it wasn't heard of like it is now, so to speak. The touring it's changed a lot. So no, we just was doing it I was happier than heck to have it do it on a Friday night, Saturday night, and just stay with it. Once I got going on it, when I started, say, oh, I just love this, and we got married on a Saturday and Sunday night, Eau Claire was racing. So I went racing on Sunday night of our honeymoon. And so I knew if Ben's mom stayed with me for that, why she was going to stay with me for everything. And she has.
I was just about to ask you that. I know when we talked to Roger, I mean, he talked pretty highly about Eau Claire Speedway. And I know my grandpa, he raced out there and stuff. What are your thoughts? I mean, I guess it's hard because we always interview current drivers for the most part, but in your thoughts, like, how was that track compared to what Red Cedar or Cedar Lake is now?
For back then, I mean, it was a fun racetrack to race on. It really was. You'd first get there, it was like every track, everybody got out and packed it in and such, but it was always, I don't ever remember it being rough. It was always smooth, fast, They had a good surface out there, and I loved racing out there. I did, yeah.
Yeah, Roger always said the crowd was pretty big too, and it was just fun. But that was more like afternoon type of racing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Sunday. Yes, they started fairly early, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, on Sunday afternoons there, and raced into the evening there. But yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, you had all the old guys like Roger, and Punky Maynard was there, and old Ronnie Goss, and just to name, a few of many, and hard racing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they'd have the spectator race out there. You'd have, oh my God, they'd have guys come out there with their dad's pickup or whatever. And I just remember one was a pretty new looking pickup. Don't even remember what it was, but he rolled her over for his dad there. Yeah.
In the good days, good days of spectator races.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you can still walk the track out there, and there's still like pop tops and beer cans and stuff like that I guess is still out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've never been out there.
Yeah, me neither. Phil Prusak was telling me that. And
Yeah.
There's another legend right there that, Legends of Eau Claire
for
Speedway. And I know Nesbitt always really, really enjoyed racing there too. I wish, it's a few years before my time, about 10 before your time.
Yep.
I wish we could have been there to be able to see that. But all right, let's move into your Superstock, Ben. Okay, so you made the transition from street stock to Superstock. Approximately what year was that?
We raced 2 years of street stock, so 02 and 03, and then my first year of supers was 2004.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we did. You and I actually did race together once in a heat race. Well, you raced. I tried. But you found the early success there in the Superstock. You stayed in the supers for quite a while, and you had, someone would argue, a fair amount of success in the Superstocks. What did you enjoy the most about that division?
It's a fast class. It's knowing what I know now. It's just different the way you drive them. My dad and I were both pretty dang excited to go from we were wrecking it right front A-arm and going to the junkyard and cutting something off to go race Saturday night to running over to racers, racing supplies and getting something to bolt on. So we were pretty dang excited. We were tickled pink to get into a car that was a race car, right? So I'd say just that, and through the years, we'd kind of tweaked and built on our own stuff, and that kept us motivated. We'd find speed and find different things that felt good, and that kept us after it. It's a competitive class, and there's a lot of good names through the years. Your Donnie Drews and Dave Shackletons and Buzzy Adams. I'm just Jason Forehand, just great competitors. So probably competition. Yeah. Just the long way around that. Yeah. Just the competition. It's competitive class and it's fun.
It's a great answer.
We've said it multiple times too. Like back then you had 50 supers showing up too. It was something to make the A main.
Yeah.
You know? Going to 17, 18, a lot of top fives, a lot of speed. What would you dedicate that to? I mean, was it the time in the car or just starting to get better?
Yeah. Time in the car. For sure. I would say our most success was, 2010 to like 2013, 14-ish, those years. We raced a lot. A lot in our book, I guess, 2, sometimes 3 nights a week. So that 17, 18 year was probably a testament to those earlier years of just getting to know that car really well and growing as a driver as well, seeing different speedways and track conditions and whatnot. We kind of knew what to do with different conditions, and that's what brought the consistency and success ultimately.
You definitely had a hell of a notebook being built too. And, when your brother-in-law owns the chassis company of which you're buying from, that does make a hell of a difference too. Jan, going back to, the peak of your career in the late 70s, early 80s, what would you attribute your success to that you had behind the wheel back then?
I guess just I had a couple of guys helping me they were with me. It didn't matter what night or what, help. And then just learned how to race the racetrack. I had a lot of old mentors there that I raced around, and I always listened to them. I always listened. And then as far as reading ahead, like if you're in this corner, I learned to not be looking at that corner, look at the next one coming up, where you want to go and things. And so, yeah, just doing that. And then I bought a car from the Cobra chassis guys down there in Marshfield, Dave and Mike there. And they had a heck of a program going. And I had a lot of fun in their cars. They worked good. And I guess that was a biggie there too,
Well, those Cobras, really easy to work on from what I understood, easy to drive. And I watched them week in and week out. They were incredibly fast back then. And when you're fast like that, it had to be a lot of fun. And that's what kept you going, I would imagine.
That was a biggie. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, they were. And then, yeah, they just drove good. And when you're going, I always wanted to go fast. That's why I like the big track at Marshfield. But those cars helped me go fast, and that was fun. That was it. That was the driving force, was the speed, I guess, Yeah.
Ben, I just had a funny random thought. You and I probably crossed paths dozens of times at Marshfield Superspeedway. I'm sure of it. And we didn't even know each other back then.
Yeah.
My uncles Mark and Gary and Dan Brost all raced there in the 80s and early 90s. And so I was there every Saturday, and I imagine you were too. So, yeah, it's just interesting, like the people that we associate with as adults in this world, how do we cross paths when we were kids, and why didn't we interact with each other back then,
Right.
Yeah.
Multiple times that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Jan, that Cobra, them Cobras were around for quite a damn while, too. I still remember some of them when I was down working at Racers, honestly. They stuck around pretty good. That's pretty good testament to those cars.
Yeah, they were a good car. They really were, and then that was before we got into the suspension we got now too, But yeah, they were really good. They were fun, and I always thought they were really easy to drive, So yeah.
How was your guys' conversation when it switched from leaf springs over to coils? How'd that go for both of you trying to figure it out?
Well, that was a whole different world, for sure, no doubt. Yeah. So
I can remember it. My first street stock was a Leaf car, and you aim for the holes. It's because I was traction, and that coil car didn't quite act that same way. It was a little bit of a learning curve there for myself.
It was a kind of a funny thing for Ben here, is like in the street stock when first put him in there, with a leafer and all that. Why, a power steering that costs a little horsepower. So I never put any power steering in that for the little guy at that time. And man, he was just. I go, you got to learn how to drive with your butt, I used to have some guys say, you got to give that kid some power steering. And he held with it. He'd spin out, he'd get right back and go again, So anyway, I think that helped him a little.
You must have had strong forearms, I would imagine, Ben. I drove one car without power steering one time on a racetrack. My forearms were pumped for a week. And so I imagine, that had to take some getting used to. But you probably didn't know any different at the time.
No. Well, what helped in that old car is you had to steer it about 400 times one way. So it was a little easier than nowadays cars. You couldn't even do it. The sweet 6-to-1 boxes, you can't even steer when the thing isn't running. So things have changed a little bit.
We do have an offer here, Jan, for you. Mike Knutson says he's got a 99 Cobra if you want to pull your helmet off the rack and jump back in one.
Really, huh?
Yeah. And I mean, Troy Kuyath won a national title in a Cobra in 99.
Yes, he did.
So
they were good, yeah.
I mean, were we going to pull you out of retirement and kick the boy's ass or what?
Yeah, I'd hate to show him up too much, though.
Kurt Gaber's in here. He wanted to say hello to you guys.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Kurt.
Hello, Kurt.
Yeah.
Probably already beat you to it, but...
Yeah, Kurt lettered a lot of my go-karts. Probably everyone except for the one he talked about, the spray paint, my very first car. I think Kurt lettered almost everyone. And then he lettered my street stock and a few of my first supers, and they were always one of the best looking cars out there. So
agreed.
Yeah.
Here's another good question from Matt Caskey.
Somebody wants to know how many cars did you guys build at Racers? Or in maybe just you guys?
How many cars did you guys build, it says?
In our own shop, probably only half a dozen. I started at Racers in high school. That was my co-op job. I'd leave school at about noon and started sweeping floors and putting some bodies and stuff on. And it kind of turned into welding up chassis and fabricating stuff. And gosh, those years, we did a lot. I mean, I'd say through, what was it? I worked there from like 04 to 06, 7-ish.
Yep.
And I mean, I bet you they had 10 to 15 cars a year pretty easily. So
I pretty much filled your hole when you left. Because Ashley basically left, and then that was my co-op job out of high school.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, we just missed each other then.
Yeah.
Fun fact, you know who put the body on my Superstock? That guy. Ben Hillman. Right
that
there.
was his first one, he says.
Yeah, the first body he did.
Yeah.
When, I got it from Larry Jackson, but one of the things I loved about that car was the fact that it had a racer's body on it. Those bodies were always durable. They always looked clean, looked really good. I was really happy with it. Plus, when I wadded it up a few times, the tin was easy to pound out. So whatever you did there, I appreciate that.
Yep, absolutely. I remember that orange and blue car.
Yep.
I don't remember the chassis. Was it affordable?
Yeah, it was
maybe?
Affordable.
Yeah.
It was an affordable.
Oh, get that crap out of that garage bay.
I didn't have it. I didn't even own it.
Oh, okay. Jeremy Bloom wants to know, how many wins are you looking forward to this season?
We got to start with one. We're still chasing that first one in that modified, and I know from previous years in the super that when you get past that first one, the rest kind of become a little easier. So we'll start with one.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. The hardest win to get is the first one. I mean, Jan, do you remember your first win?
I do. Yeah, I do. It was at Menominee, and I was running the hobby stock division then at that time, and yeah, I won. And I never had so many guys come up around the car. They were all happy, and I was like, it took forever for it to sink in, but once it's in there, I never forget it. It was awesome. Yeah.
Speaking of hobby stocks, street stocks, Ben, when I was reviewing your My Race Pass results, obviously it only goes back so far, but one interesting thing popped up. One race in 2020, and it wasn't a Superstock, and it wasn't a mod. You weren't in the mod yet. It was a street stock at Little Dream.
Yeah.
How'd that come to be?
Well, Ryan Howe, he races locally at Menominee, the 18T. He had purchased Mike Knutsen's old street stock, an old Krasinski car. They had a lot of success with that thing, and Ryan bought that. I don't really recall why he asked me to race it, other than it was for the Little Dream race. He didn't want to race the Little Dream race and asked if I would. So that's probably what you're seeing there is Little Dream 2020.
Yeah, it definitely was a Little Dream. I was just curious at how it comes up. And we got to put a pause right here because our supposed biggest fan ever, you guys know him really well. He's in our chat for the first time, Avery Anderson. In here. It's about freaking time, Avery, you show up.
Hey.
Last year at the Legendary, he claimed to be our biggest fan, our biggest supporter, all this stuff. And now I think this is the first time he ever put a comment in. So,
John Stoll wants to say hello to you guys as well.
Hello, John.
So, all right.
Freaking Avery.
Yeah.
Get him on the
Avery.
podcast once, and now he's going to watch just because, Ben's on here or what?
That's probably
What's
it.
going on?
Because his uncle and his grandpa are on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Avery.
Guess we got to have you guys on every week, so our biggest fan
You
can show
guys,
up.
you guys did get the breakaway spoiler after the Legendary on the 81 car. I will say that, but
Yeah.
that's better than an inside fender or something.
Yeah.
So after that Little Dream race, I mean, first off, how'd it go? But to add another question to that, is that what led to?
I'm trying to recall. I think I might have raced that twice up at a Little Dream. I know the one year we had okay success. I want to say second or third in the first heat race, and then I started up front in the second one, and I ended up winning it. Started on the front row of a B main and got second to Cody Coomer and made the show. So that was kind of cool. That was our first year trying. So it's cool just to make the show. And I think there was a wreck in one and got kind of collected and broke an A-frame. So we ended up having to pull it in. But
Son of a biscuit. Well, is that what led to coming back to racing then after taking a little while off?
Shipping freight and tired of guessing if you're getting a fair rate? QualityFreightRate.com cuts through the noise, compares real carrier pricing, and gets you the best freight rate fast. No fluff, just better pricing. Check them out at QualityFreightRate.com, and don't forget promo code BUILT2 for 10% off your first shipment.
so I'm trying to recall that year. We didn't race in 2020 because Menominee was shut down. And then I had one other year, 2021, I took off. My wife and I had our second kid, our son Beckett, and he was due like right in the heart of racing. So he was due right mid-July. So I opted out of racing that season. So we always had plans of racing. There was just a little hiatus for those years.
Understandable for sure.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that either, right? You have really been in recent years, you've been Mr. Menominee. Are you ever thinking about branching out, or are you going to be kind of a one night a week type racer going forward?
Yeah. Well, I mentioned Beckett, our second. So
Yep.
we have 2 kids, and obviously I married my wife, beautiful wife, Melissa.
Congratulations.
So the kids have slowed things down a little bit. We have a camper, and we spend some time with family and stuff on Saturday and Sundays. So right now, Friday night every night or every race that the modifieds are at Red Cedar. And then the occasional Rice, I'd like to get to Rice Lake again. It's been a few years. Cedar Lake, I'd like to get up there, and then just hit some invitationals at the end of the year. So no national point hunt, no multi-track champion or anything. Just kind of Mr. Menominee, I guess, like what you said.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
Hey, Menominee is, we've said it many times, it's a driver's track, right? If you can win at Menominee, you can win anywhere. And you're chasing that elusive first ever feature win. Yeah, you've already experienced that, right? When you finally got your first win back in the day, what did it mean? What did that moment mean to you in the years leading up to it? And what do you think your first win in the modified division is going to mean for you based on all these years leading up to that?
I think it'll feel real similar. It took a lot of years in that Superstock too for us. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I won a Superstock race till 09 and started in 04. So it was 4 or 5 years. So it felt good to win that first Superstock feature. Kind of the same thing. We've mentioned it like earlier in the show, that competition is tough. And I could name almost 15, 20 times that I came in second or photo finished or just right in the mix all the time. And we're finally starting to get that way in that modified. We haven't really found that consistency. We're not in the top 5 every week. And I think when we do find that consistency and that momentum, I think those wins will come. So,
Oh yeah. Just keep asking your brother-in-law.
Yeah, keep bugging Ashley.
They come real easy for him, it feels, but he's been doing it a long time too. And that's one guy that I really, really look up to and bounce a lot of ideas off of. He's very, very helpful. He's been helpful for a lot of years. He's a lot of my success in supers. He's been a lot of the success in the modified, but the last few years with this modified and all that success he had from, I think, 2018 all the way till just a few years ago when he went back to late model, we really, really bounced a lot of stuff off him. So
yeah, I bet. Kind of gave you your first job too. So I mean, you can't ask for somebody better.
I'm trying to pencil the math because I had a 1985 Suburban with a diesel in it, and I drove that back and forth to Eau Claire, from Menominee to Eau Claire. And I don't know if I made any money by the end of the day.
Probably not. I mean, fuel was cheap though, right? Less than $1 a gallon. Not bad now. You definitely won't make any money now.
Right. Yeah.
So in 23, you moved up to the mods. What was that adjustment like, and what made you do that?
Well, kind of like we had stated a little earlier in the show, I raced supers for almost 20 years and kind of got to the point where there wasn't a ton more that we needed to accomplish, I guess. Never really won a national title or anything. We'd competed pretty heavily in 2012, ran a lot of shows 3 nights a week, and we've kind of won everything that we had on our list that year, and some others too, I guess. So there wasn't a ton more to prove. One of the things is you kind of get to a point in life where you're not getting any younger. The competition's getting younger. And I had dreamed of running a modified since, I can remember 1989, that slush puppy car, right?
Yeah.
So our end goal, or my end goal, I guess, was always to at least try to get to a modified, and that was, I guess, the big reason. So
Super cool.
So, Jan, when you guys did make the jump from Superstock to modified, was that a real point of pride for you, being able to maybe know a little bit more, coach a little bit more as far as how to drive, where to, enter the corner, all that stuff? How did that change impact you, I guess, as a crew chief and as a father?
It was really a pretty cool thing for me. Really proud of him for getting up into that. Yeah, and I loved the devil out of it. I mean, it was great. And then as far as the driving and things and such, the cars are quite a bit different now than they were back when I was doing it. I couldn't help them as much as I wanted to in terms of like just where and what, so then I'm like, okay, I got to do everything I can to figure this thing out too, so together we've been really working hard at that. But yeah, I couldn't be more proud of him for what he's doing and what he did here with this throwback as well. It's just awesome. Really, it is. Yeah, it's a dad's dream,
Yeah, absolutely. No bigger honor, really. No bigger honor for you, Jan.
Yeah.
I guess, this for both of you. For fans that have never been behind the wheel, what is the hardest part about making that jump between classes? So from street stock to super and supers to mods.
Probably getting used to the speed, the reaction. It's the super, you drive real straight. Obviously, it's not as fast of car. The modified, you got to be real sideways, and the competition is unbelievable. You make a little slip here or there, and someone's going by you. Yeah. Where the super, there's a little more forgiveness in some of those corners and some of the track conditions and stuff. So, yeah, number one, getting used to that competition and speed for sure.
Jan, what about you? You made the jump. What was that like for you?
It was really good. I mean, when I went from, the streeters to the hobby stock, that was better because, you're on a little better tire and things and such, and then when I went into the mod, then it was like, I really liked that. That kept me going, because just the speed and things and yeah, it was a challenge, but yet I enjoyed every minute of it, Yeah. I always wanted to, at one day, I thought, well, I'll get into a late model before I quit. But I ended up, I didn't get to that, but
there's still time. There's still time. In fact, there's a late model, sitting about 1.5 miles from here or so, where you just have to go cut the roof off and change the seat maybe or something. Yeah. And we can have that done for you in 2 days. Ashley don't know won't hurt him.
You guys let us know when he's gone. I'll go over there and grab it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll get that all fitted for you, Jan.
All right.
Yeah, we're here to make dreams come true, buddy.
Thank you.
I kind of wanted to say one more thing just about that modified transition and a couple big influences. One big one, Mark Girth with CMD. He has helped me for years with the Superstock. I think I was the first Superstock with CMDs on it. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, and he really helped us a lot, kind of talking us into making the move and help. He helped us through the whole transition, and the Mars crew, all of them, Jimmy, Chris, AJ, Jamie Bisnet, all those guys. We put that car together, our first modified together out at the Mars shop, and they welcomed us with open arms. And I mean, it was really weird for my dad and I to not be building the car in our own shop, because we'd just been so self-made our entire career. And that transition to the modified with MB Customs was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. So I want to thank those guys because they helped us a lot.
Yeah. That's freaking cool. Did they let you build the body, or? I mean,
well, a lot of the panels are pre-cut. They got rivet holes and stuff already lasered out and stuff. So yeah, I bent stuff up and assembled it, but you can't really screw it up with those guys' help. So
you can't get any better than that. I mean, driving 10 minutes better than driving the old diesel to Eau Claire.
Shorten the commute anyway.
Yeah, good people. Maybe stop over to the pub when you're done. Or that's super cool. Jan, I want to know where the slush puppy came from and what it was like getting sponsors back in the day, because this car, I mean, honestly, when you walked into the Red Cedar Car Show this year, that definitely the centerpiece. Kind of hard not to see it, but it's also pretty inspiring with the pictures and stuff there. So for me, when I looked at that car, what was it like getting sponsors, and then how the hell did you get Slush Puppy on the side of that thing?
That's a really good question. Back then I had they call it a Snowflake Foods route then. And then from there I went to Trimart, and then it's Midwest Distributing now. But I had a truck, and I had Old Dutch potato chips. I sold them, and I sold Slush Puppy machines and stuff, and distributed them from there. And that's how the orange in my car came about, was the Old Dutch potato chips at the time, and then I couldn't quite figure out what to do with just orange, and then I ended up with the yellow on there. But yeah, I had a connection through that, and with those guys, and so that's how that came, Yeah.
Old Dutch potato chip orange.
I love that.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Before we get into the 2-minute questions, Jan, you mentioned you had a lot of mentors early on in your career. Who were they? Right? Who did you look up to back then?
The biggest one I looked up to back then was Raj Cummings. I mean, he was just that guy, and I lived down that way, He always, I looked up to him. I liked him. He liked me, and I liked the way he would just handle himself. I characterized myself, around him. He'd get out of the car, he always had a smile on his face, and I thought, wow, how does he do that? But him, oh gosh, so many Steve Rudiger, I always looked up to him. He was one of the Menominee guys of us. Ronnie Prochnow and I, we had our times in a track next to each other, and competitive as heck, but now we talk about old times like we, pretty fun, for sure. So, I mean, it's on and on, but back then too old. Jack Erickson had a car up the Jack Standard there, and I looked up to him too, and he always, I always had some words of, here's what you should do, Jan, kind of a thing for me. So anyway, there's just so many to mention, but them are a few of the good guys for sure, yeah. So.
And what about you, Ben? Aside from Ashley and aside from your dad, because those are the two obvious ones, right?
Yeah.
When you're growing up, who'd you look up to? Today, who do you look toward? As far as I want to be like that, or that guy's got it going on. Like, who is your influences? Who was your influences growing up, and who are they today?
As a young kid in the late models, I love Paul Gilbert's, the number 12 with those orange mud plugs. They had me.
And Mopar. Come on.
And a Mopar, yes. That was a nice detail. Steve Rudiger, the 72 Coors Light, love that car. I'm just trying to recall. Had so many. I like so many of them guys I looked up to a lot. Jimmy Mars was another one, that white car with the big blue 28s and the Bud Ice on the rear, man. That was iconic.
Oh, that was a cool car. That was, yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, there's so many around the Menominee area. We've had such great racers. And as a young kid, and being as young as I was, it kind of it changed through the years. One I can't forget about, Steve Wick, the Budmobile. Yeah. Super iconic, great guy. Those are probably a few of the standouts. And today, I guess, obviously, it's pretty tough not to want the success and be something similar to like a Shane Zabrowski or Dave Mass. Those guys just make it look so easy. Daryl Nelson, Jody Bellfly, guys like that. Just wouldn't mind being somewhere close, even remotely, in the picture of what they've done. So
right. Jan, what do you think about all this? All these people, all these, just literally out of the Red Cedar area. It doesn't matter if they're going to Arizona, Superior, Duluth, Minnesota, these big races. Like the type of people that come out of Red Cedar. What's your outlook on that? I mean, what would you have to say about something like that?
It's been that way for as long as I can remember, because used to be before, anybody that raced out of our area, it seemed like wherever they went, they were good, in comparison with other people around the country, or whatever. Or they'd go to, Thunder Bay or whatever. We all did pretty, it was, I don't know how we were looked upon from other people, but we were all pretty good, I mean, everybody that was, I don't know what the difference is, but it was a great group of guys, like, a lot of talent, more talent than I just can't even imagine, Yeah. So I'm proud to be a big part of that. Through the years at the track, we all worked to build that thing, and I'm 50 some years into it now or whatever, and still there. So anyway, it's proud even to watch some guys on other tracks knowing that they're from here, Yeah.
So now like an outside question to even go off of that, being with Red Cedar for the amount of years you've been, and Ben, you can answer this too from your end. Were you guys able to watch the High Limit show?
Not really. No.
No.
I think we were about to. We maybe sat down and then went to go grab a bag of beer and saw that the line was about 2 miles long, and we jumped in and asked where we could help. So no, we didn't get to see much other than the feature.
Well, we were tending bar.
We tended bar, and we let the gals just check people out at the registers and stuff, and we just
started
kept
slinging
hauling beer and putting ice in bags and whatever we could do to help.
Wow.
So,
well, I mean, you at least got to watch the feature. So, I mean, mainly for Jan, what did you think when you seen that caliber of a 410 sprint car running around that place?
That was amazing. I mean, through the years, there's been so few of sprint cars, there, say, in comparison to others. And it was like, wow, that was awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the speed that I like to see go around that racetrack, honestly. Wow. Yeah, it was good. Really good. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you think of them 410s out there?
I think they're insane. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. It's cool. I'm super, super pumped to see them again this year. I'm glad that they're back on the schedule. That I know how that berm gets in the modified and in the super and whatnot. And those guys, the way that they're able to run in on that thing and that fast, I don't know how they do it. No fear.
Yeah, right. A little bit of insanity, I think, mixed into all that too.
Well, I just love hearing, from your guys' standpoint, you've been in on the other side forever. Obviously I've been on the sprint car side, but regardless, it's just cool to hear what you guys thought. And they were flying, dude.
They were. Yeah.
I don't know if there's been lap times that fast around there before, but
Jan Hillman turned a lap time about a second and a half faster in 1979.
Wow.
Yeah, they just didn't have stopwatches back then to keep track.
I'm sure Kurt Gaber's probably beat that lap time.
Yeah,
multiple times.
Yeah, Kurt Gaber. In fact, he beat Jan's record in 1980.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, Kurt Gaber is our Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
So we always have a Kurt Gaber joke.
Yeah. Yeah. My pick last year to win all 4 divisions at the Red Clay Classic was Kurt Gaber.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I agreed with him.
Yeah.
Solid.
All right. So now at this portion of the show, this is when we call it our 2-minute questions, but really what it is, we just come up with stupid questions to ask you guys. The object is you fire off the first thing that pops into your mind. So first, I'll start this off. Okay. All right. For both of you, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
It's a hot dog.
Good answer.
True,
I agree.
because you could put it between the bun and the back of Johnny's head.
Yeah, you could put a bit. Yeah, you're right.
So it wouldn't have to be in a
Yeah, you're right.
Well, then is cereal soup?
No.
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 No. No.
I don't think they're right or wrong.
What's your favorite meal?
You want to go?
Go ahead.
Probably brats on the grill, potato salad, the summer classic.
True,
yeah.
True Wisconsin. Right
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Depends on what time of the year it is. The concession stand at the racetrack is, in the summer.
Yes,
so.
sir. Get some Kerry Davis pulled pork.
Yeah.
That stuff's delicious.
That is so good.
I don't care. All right, both of you. First vehicle you did a burnout in.
70 Mustang.
1986 Bonneville.
You did?
I was hoping that was going to come out.
That was the first thing that you let me drive that was bigger than a go-kart.
That was your mom's car.
Yes.
Is there any more Bonneville stories?
Oh,
There
we
is.
do have one. But
There is kind of a classic. So
He's already laughing.
All right.
we
This would be good.
we had two driveways at the OG shop by Dean and Sue's Bar and Grill. There's two driveways, and my dad, I think I was like 12 or 13 years old. My dad told me to drive the car around. Well, I think he may have wanted me to drive through the yard, but I took it out on the road, went to a stop sign, and got to the stop sign and met a cop. And I pulled in the shop driveway and got kind of pulled over, I guess.
In the driveway.
In the driveway, yeah. The cop let me go, but scared the crap out of me and my good buddy.
we have one more quick one, too.
Go ahead.
Ben had his permit, and we were in the shop, and, of course, drinking beer and working on cars and such. Well, then we had to run into town to get, some more beer, and the only thing open was SA or something way over on the other end of town. So anyway, Ben hopped in, he had his permit, and I hopped in the car with him, and his mom was in the back seat with the dog. Well, we would go all the way through town, and coming back through, it's like we had really no business going anyway, but we were coming back through town, and I said, we better take the side roads. I think we had a headlight out, if I remember right. Anyway, so a state patrol had seen us, so we made a couple blocks around. We get back to where we thought he'd long gone, and there he was. So long story short, he pulls us over, and he comes up, and Ben didn't have his permit with him, and it was quite a night. Anyway, he let us go. He said, make sure you have them now anyway. And he looked in the back window and says, you guys look like a really very nice family, so I'm going to let you go.
Well, he wasn't wrong in that regard,
He was so nervous he couldn't hardly stand it then. But
Now looking back at it, I'm kind of glad we got rid of that thing.
yeah, that was the same time you did the burnout in.
Yeah.
Oh, the best part about that story, though, was, Jan, the look you had to Ben. You did what? That was your mom's car.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we allowed to ask this? Jan, are we allowed to ask why you lost your license, or is that a no?
Oh, you mean, why, yeah, I got caught speeding. I had a Roadrunner at the time, and I was going south down towards Downsville there, and it went right along. I mean, it as fast as it would go is how fast I drove it. Anyway, I got pulled over by a state patrol while he was in a field driveway, and lights come on, and I was coming up on him. Like, I should have just kept going. I didn't, because I thought he was pulling out in front of me or something. So long story short, I got a ticket I was going 165 is what he clocked me at.
Yes. Yes.
Worth it.
I was 110 over, and the judge at the time says, young man, you were going 110 miles an hour. And then the the whatever the other guy in the chair that was reading tickets says no, he was 110 over in the 55. Yeah, they took my license right there.
Yeah, I bet. That one's pretty hard to argue.
Somehow I bet they clocked you at 165, but I bet you were going faster than that.
We were letting off a little, but yeah, it was.
Hit a road runner on a county road. That's great.
That's how I started racing. It's the only thing I could drive, like I'd said before.
How'd you get your start in racing? Well, I got a speeding ticket, so the only way I could drive is fast and in the circle.
Yeah. Can't get no tickets out here.
Yeah, and nope, maybe a black flag, but no tickets. So, all right, guys, let's build your perfect racetrack. Now, we ask this question every week, and what we mean by this is like Cedar Lake's concession stand, Menominee's grandstands, Fountain City's racing surface, but it could be nationwide too, right? So you can incorporate Eldora or Charlotte, New Mexico, wherever. So let's build your perfect racetrack.
Well, start Eldora. Those girls were really nice attraction there, huh? The Eldora girls.
Sporty trophy girls.
So
Yeah.
we start there. Okay.
Okay.
Jan, do you know who them
that's
girls
solid.
are?
Johnny Johnson, you're in the chat. Take notes.
Jan, do you know who them girls are?
Yeah, somebody was it? I did. I forgot.
Devin
think he does, but-
Moran's daughter and Bobby Pierce's wife.
Devin Moran's sister.
That's
Yeah, Donnie Moran's
Donnie
daughter.
Moran's daughter.
Yeah, and Bobby Pierce's fiance.
Okay, keep going. I like where this is headed.
Let's see. Cedar Lake, we got to go with. There's two things at Cedar Lake. I love turn one at Cedar Lake. Love it. Entry into that corner is so much fun. And the green chili burritos in the concession stand. I mean, you got to have those two things at a speedway, I think.
Yeah.
So we got that. We got trophy girls. We got one corner, and we got a concession stand. We need some more corners.
Yeah, I like Menominee's corner, like the way it was here a number of years back. I guess a lot of drivers didn't like it, but corner one in Menominee was always an awesome one. You could come in high and cut down low a little bit, and not a lot of people knew the fast way around there, but it was, when you got it, it was fun, So I always liked that. But yeah, so we had a corner one Cedar Lake and a corner one Menominee. I don't care. But
What else are we missing?
Pit area, and grandstands.
Grandstands.
Pit area. I like Rice Lakes. I love being up top there by the concession and being able to walk and watch racing. That is really neat. I love that. The pit area for Rice Lake's great.
yeah, I'd agree with
Also,
that.
the grandstands. I don't know. There's a lot of great grandstands, I guess. Eldora.
Yeah, Eldora.
Fergus Falls looks like it's got some great grandstands kind of built into the hill. Back in the day, do you remember Fox Ridge Speedway?
Oh, yeah.
Similar to Marshfield. They had
Yeah.
them like kind of cut into the hill. That was kind of neat. Bring your own lawn chair instead of a bleacher. So,
And you actually have a conversation at the grandstands at Fox Ridge at Arcadia because you were so far away from the racetrack. So that was advantageous. You didn't have to shout at the person next to you. But it was a disadvantage, though, because you were so far away from the racetrack and you couldn't shout at the person next to you.
Right.
Yeah.
It gave to the atmosphere, but also took it away, I thought.
Bob Tim, he might have perfected that a little bit. Mississippi Thunder, that's another just awesome speedway.
yeah.
We raced there when they had the Wissota Superstocks in like 2011 through like 12-ish, somewhere in there. And whenever Menominee would rain out, we'd run down there, and another beautiful speedway. And it's awesome being able to see what he's done to that through the years, improvement-wise. So
We asked the same question of Jason and Kennedy Swan, and Kennedy said, I have the answer. Fountain City, all the way through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Great facility down there.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, it is really hard to beat the canopied grandstands for at Cedar Speedway,
It is.
for my money, just because I've got a lot of great memories in those stands, too.
Most voices are gone at the end of the night. But
Yeah.
then you got Rice Lake where it's all shaded. the whole night, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. So you boys, you got if you could pick one story to tell about your racing career, you got any that come to mind?
Man, must be something with you, huh?
Good
I
or
don't
bad?
know. It's tough to narrow it down into one story.
Or a highlight? One highlight, I guess you could do.
I could probably do one of each. I kind of want to throw this one out there. It's kind of a funny one. A few of them, actually. So every year we do a Punky Manor party at our old house by Dean and Sue's. And we'd save up all the brush and brush through the year and make just this giant pile. And typically put about, I don't know, 20 to 30 some gallons of either race fuel or alcohol, whatever it would take, diesel, whatever we had in the shop or trailers or whatnot. So we always had a big fire. There was one year we decided we've done a gas trail. That was okay, but I thought I'd launch it with a mortar and I missed, and it went launching over top the bonfire pile and landed in the neighbor's horse pasture and blew up out there.
Oh,
Right next to a horse. We could see the horse.
So take two, we ended up getting it. That one was kind of cool. That launch.
Is that why you moved?
Yeah, they kicked us out of the neighborhood.
can you blame them?
Your first legendary win was
Yeah, and racing probably in 2010 with the legendary 100. It was a big long format, Thursday, Friday, Saturday racing, a couple nights of trying to qualify in. We were the underdog guaranteed. I had 2 feature wins under my belt that season. It was Wissota 100 was in Huron, so there was a lot of our local competitors there. So a ton of competition, and we were fortunate enough to get a victory there. So that unexpectedly was probably one of the highlights of my career. So one of the cool things other than racing was coming off the scale. All the late model drivers were up there checking the track and whatnot. And I felt like Dale Earnhardt winning the 500 because there was a line of late model drivers with their hands out and wanting to shake hands and stuff as I was driving to victory lane. So
That had
just something that's going to stick with me the rest of my life. Just a really, really cool moment. So
That's awesome.
Jan, what about you? What's the one win that stands out in your mind from your days behind the wheel?
Man, I had a couple in Marshfield that were just phenomenal. Just winning down there was like, it was just awesome, and fast and such. Another one is the Punky Manor. I led that rascal from about lap 3 right up to the white flag, and it was a little disappointment. They threw a yellow then. I was going down the back straightaway, and I thought it was the win. Well, then they threw a yellow, and we restarted, so anyway, long story short is on the start, I forgot Bergman or somebody got underneath me on the corner one and pushed me up into the guardrail, and I fought back down, and I ended up second that night. But it's just like, but that was one. It was so close, and it was a big race for me, But yeah, but just there's a lot of them, and then a lot of the fun memories are the cooler after the races. I'm kind of notorious for the last one out of the pits, and so that's been good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would consider that the most fun I've had with your crew, and I'm talking Ashley, Jen, you, all you guys. It doesn't take place before the show starts. It doesn't take place during the show. It's about 2 hours after the show ends. And that's when the real fun begins, right?
Yeah. Every night, every race.
Oh, yeah.
Cops are knocking on the back door. Time to go, boys.
we've had some great help through the years. Bill's Distributing has sponsored me for a lot of years, and we can thank them. It's been a few years of Coors Light, and lately it's been Busch Light. So they help us with that after the race party.
Well, it's important, right? You know, and it's
Absolutely,
important to
yeah.
thank your sponsors for what they do for you.
Yeah.
You know, especially when it comes to that. That's probably the most important thing that goes in the trailer is the cooler.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Jan, do you remember when Roger Cummings' car fell off his trailer?
I do.
All right. This is the first time hearing of this. Can you tell that story, Jan, if you know it?
Well, I just remember we were out at after the race here. We were out at Dean Sue's, and we'd left, or he had left with the car, and of course I didn't live very far away right there, so it wasn't too long after. Well, it was quite a while after he came back out and was looking for his car with the truck and trailer, and thought maybe somebody had unloaded it on him and hid it back there. And long story short of it is about halfway home, it fell off the trailer and rolled down through the ditch into the cornfield off of Jay out there. And he found it the next morning. So
Ask
yeah,
Roger
we
about
always give
that.
him heck about that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, I hope you do still. I give him a hard time about that because, and Roger, just so you know, Roger is the exact same way as you described. I got to call a few races for him when he was driving a Legend here recently. He got out of that car, ear to ear grin, just happy to be there.
Yep.
Yeah. So same guy you raced against.
He's out.
Perfect, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him without a smile, to be honest.
He's one of a kind. Yeah, one of a kind.
Class act.
Well, thank you guys for your time. We only got one more question. We just want to know what you're built to do.
I built to do.
Yeah. What are you built to do?
Drink Busch Light after the races.
Good answer.
What about you, Jan?
Yeah, me too.
I love it. I love it. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time here this evening. Ben, I got a feeling that your first win in that modified, we're going to see it here before too long. And this isn't a prediction, nor is it a spoiler alert, but it'd just be something really cool to see. Saturday night, third weekend in September, at your home track, on your roof, finally getting that Punky trophy. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And if that's not going to be your first win, it might be your second.
I would take that. We've kind of back and forth through the years just asked, would you rather have 15, 20 feature wins or one Punky in a year? And my dad and I's answer is the exact same. It's one Punky for sure.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I
Well,
can't.
Goosebumps just
Yep.
when you said it right away.
Yep,
Goosebumps.
I can see the whole thing.
Yep.
Like if I could play a video projector of the video that's playing in my brain right now, it's you on your roof, crowd going wild,
Looking like Kennedy Swan.
yeah, and partying until the sun comes up the next day.
I'd probably do a little more damage to the roof than Kennedy did. That's all right.
Yeah. Well, we really appreciate it. Jan, thanks for being a special guest. That was great.
You're welcome. It's been fun, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you guys. It was a pleasure.
And we'll probably see you pretty soon. April's right around the corner.
Yeah, we're gonna start racing here. I think in 26 days, something like that. You guys open. Menominee opens. Rice Lake is, I believe, 27 days. So it'll be here before we know it. And yeah, Ben, hope you can make it up to Rice Lake at least once this year. We'd love to have you up there. Definitely understand though the camper and the family and all that stuff. You know, it's hard to give that up, right? It's hard to give that up on a Saturday and a Sunday. But yeah, hope to see you guys up there. Go out there, go kick some ass this season. Make 2026 your breakout year, gentlemen.
Thank you.
That'd be awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
All right. Thanks. We'll see you.
Bye now.
Ben and Jan Hillman.
I want more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Me
mean?
too.
Like, yeah, more of those legend stories like that.
And my biggest thing, like, okay, everyone, yes, we talked to him this weekend at the car show, but it was a maybe from Jan to sit
Yeah.
in. It was a maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't. Like,
yeah, it was either going to be Ben by himself, and then Jan approached me, goes, so what's a podcast?
yeah,
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you guys do? And explain it to him. How do I get on there?
yeah.
See you Tuesday? No, I just want to watch. Oh, well, ask one of your grandkids. They'll
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did, and we thought maybe it was going to be Ashley too.
Right. Somebody.
Because we've now had, out of that crew, we've had Jen, Tate, Avery, Ben, and Jan. So 5 out of that crew.
Who we missing?
Ashley.
Ashley.
Yep.
And he's the closest.
He's the closest, and he's the one who won't join us.
But the coolest thing, special guest, right?
Yep.
We just did a father-daughter. Now we just
Father-son.
did father-son.
Yep.
So cool.
We're going to find a grandfather-grandson team next or something like that, you know?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I started in the Model A's running whiskey.
Oh, my. Oh.
How far back you want to go?
Well, Tom Nesbitt and the Koski boys, I think it'd be great. Just because I ask Tommy all the time, so what was your setup on your chariot when you were racing against Ben Hur? Stuff like that. You know, what did Jesus serve at the Last Supper? Was he a cool guy or, you know?
Did you meet Lincoln? Or did
What-
you race with him?
What type of car did he have? But anyway, it's
Did you get to ride on the Edmonds Fitzgerald?
it's those type of stories, though. Truly.
What?
Exactly. Truly, though, those type of stories that we need to, preserve, right?
Oh, 100%.
So I'm so happy that Jan was able to join us on the program here tonight because
yep.
it's going to be around forever, right? You know, the internet's
And, yeah.
written, it's written in ink. It's not written in pencil. So,
Leave it to Ashley. Yep.
yeah, exactly. Leave it to Ashley. And last year at the Legendary at 2 a.m,
Correct.
I had this very cellular telephone
Same one.
opened up to Built2, and I was ready to go live right then. I should have.
Should have done it.
I should have done it. Should have done it.
Just
But
do the interview right there at the trailer.
yeah, should have. Well,
After some bush lights.
well, mixing a
Christ,
drink or
his
something.
wife's been on the show, for gosh sakes.
Yeah, she was one of our first guests on Friday.
My goodness. Anyways, that's enough about Ashley. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's been really fun. And Jan, like we said, we talked to them here and there, and they are great people, man. They're really good people. And to actually get that, that Eau Claire Speedway, Marshfield, the beginning of Red Cedar.
Mm-hmm.
But then to have his son who was playing in the dirt, in 1989, and then throws the throwback on for this year.
And again, I'm going back to like when he was talking about the Marshfield days.
Yeah.
Brought back a lot of great memories for me too.
Oh man.
Butch Hortel, racing against Jan, right?
Yeah.
Jason McFadden, who's now in a USRA late model. He was a dominant figure back then.
Oh, yeah.
Troy Kuyath, right? And of
Yep.
course, that was in the heyday of the wedge late models too, right? So
Yeah.
Kerry Hansen.
Carrie Hansen. Oh
Yeah. Kerry Hansen, number 25.
man.
Oh, he was unstoppable back then. Jerry Radetsky, who could ever forget about, So,
What about Whiskey Digger?
Tyler Keyser.
Oh my God.
That was a little later.
What a dude.
Yeah, Tyler Keyser. Oh, he was fun. Oh, is he a fun guy? Still is. I'm still in touch with him. He's out in the Dakotas now.
Is he? Did he finally move?
Yeah. Yeah, he's out there. You think he's doing guiding fishing trips in his spare time. or
That
something.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably rocking a full man Jew. and
I
he's
hope so.
probably got a 45 on his hip at all times. or
Right, I would
something.
imagine, right? Yeah, this is a 7K. That's a name that I really haven't thought of in quite a while, in
I
fact.
know. Well, he used to live right off of 63.
Yeah.
So you'd see his car on the way to Cedar, or see his semi on the way to Cedar, or whatever it was.
Well, he'd drive he in Victory Lane at Monster Hall. He loved to say all the time, I drive past Menominee to come here every Friday night. And I said, well, why did you do that? He goes, because I like it here. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Whiskey. That's awesome. But yeah, so many of those names back then, and Phil Prusak is another one.
Yep.
Okay. Unfortunately we've lost a few of them, Leon Plank and
Right.
the legend that is Red Steffen. And, so I think maybe,
Those are like some of the stories I really want to get into.
yeah, I think,
And Roger, I mean, when we talked to him, when we showed up, he had the books out, like the racing career books.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't touch them till afterwards. And like, if we would have been able to flip through that as our,
As you're going through,
yeah, like that would be our key moments to ask questions. But the stories he told, like just like the car falling off the trailer.
That's hilarious.
You know, back in the day.
That's hilarious. You know, and getting back even a little bit further, guys would tow their race car on a tow bar with a car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'd have like a big tuna boat Oldsmobile that they're towing with.
Right.
And they're racing a big tuna boat Oldsmobile. You know?
Right. Yeah.
And it's so, yeah, that's the type of stuff I think, we focus on that. There will be a time before too long where there'll be an old man in bib overalls sitting right there.
I hope so.
Yeah, that'll happen here before too long.
Golly.
Well, we can just turn up the volume on his headphones so he'll be able to hear. But
Yeah, here, let me try it quick. Can you hear me okay?
yeah, just the story. But these stories, and what's cool about this, Blake, is 40 years from now, we're going to be the old guys telling the stories.
I know. That was one question I wanted to ask Jan, like when he's talking about the guys he looked up to, and you kind of asked it with, who was your mentor, but, to walk into the pit area at Red Cedar right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Ben, you got Jan. Jan's the old timer, or however you want to call that, the crew chief, the dad, but he's one of the old legends, right? What was it like at Eau Claire Speedway when Jan was on track? Who was that guy?
Jan Hillman.
Yeah, Kurt Gaber.
Kurt Gaber,
Right.
yeah,
He's
right.
been around since centuries.
He's timeless, Kurt
Yeah,
Gaber.
He's actually never aged since
he
time
hasn't-
was a thing.
Yeah, he was just all of a sudden there.
Honestly, born with a mustache and great hair.
Yeah. On the eighth
Stickers
day,
are just something to keep him busy.
on the eighth day, God created Kurt Gaber.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think Kurt Gaber was actually surprised by Chuck Norris's passing due to the fact that he's actually been around longer than Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Kurt Gaber taught Chuck Norris everything he knows, obviously. So
if we would have asked the right questions, Kurt Gaber technically designed the green chili burrito.
He did. I hope he's watching right now.
Yeah.
Because he's probably like, guys, stop it.
Probably not.
No,
He's
he's
probably
not.
outside sharpening a hammer or something.
All right. On that note,
Great stories.
yeah, great stuff.
Inspiring interview.
all around. Great stuff all around. Good stuff.
Great stuff.
Next week, Wednesday?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
Should
Wednesday.
work, as long as it works.
I get back Tuesday, so Wednesday next week for the program. We don't know who we're going to have just yet.
Nope. It'll be a surprise. but
Yeah, this is going to be a surprise to us, too.
The nice thing about the Red Cedar Car Show is we got to see everybody, so we did line up a couple.
Yep, we did. We did.
Golden.
It's going to be golden.
It will be.
Yeah. That's an Easter egg, kids.
That'll be our... Oh, by the way, this is our 100th guest interview.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This will be episode 100 for guest interviews.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go us.
On the 22.
Go us. Go. I'm telling you, though, I think Ben Hillman is due for a breakout year.
I do, too. I think that paint code,
Paint code?
Dutch orange, Dutch potato chip orange.
Wow.
That would be the paint code.
Yeah.
Saying that paint scheme.
There you
that
go.
Throwback. I think that'll be more. Well, how many times have we said it's all in your head?
Yeah. This game is 98% mental, 72% in the shop, 68% on the track. I don't even know what those numbers add up to. I don't care.
47% in the trailer after the races.
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes that's when the best decisions
And
are
we
made.
are 100% done with this episode.
Yes, we are. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Red Cedar Speedway and Rice Lake Speedway.
Thank you to the Hillman family, Ben and Jan, for joining us here tonight.
Jesus, Kurt Gaber,
Yep.
Chuck Norris,
Yep. Thank you to all of our marketing partners, all of our sponsors,
and all of you great fans.
and all of you guys, too. Thank you for sticking with us. You know what? Racing season's just about here, man. I'm so looking forward to the R&R recaps. Those are going to be exciting stuff.
couple tossed in interviews in between. there.
Yep.
You can almost feel it, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's supposed to snow Wednesday and Saturday, so
Great.
All
Thanks.
right.
All right.
As always, that was anticlimactic.
You got something to say? hit up the Built2 Media Podcast and let them know. Like, comment, and share on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and at Built2Media.com. Thank you, Built2 Media sponsors. QualityFreightRate.com, Liquid Nitro Energy Drink, SKD, Scott King Designs, Thunderhill Speedway, Kick-Ass Beef Jerky, Jiggy Signs, Harvest Racing, K1 Race Gear by Ryan Bowers, Spot On, Point of Sale System Credit Card Processing, and PrettyPolishJunkie.com. Get your Built2 Media Podcast fix.
Get everything you want and get everything you need
At Built2Media.com, except for the t-shirts. Figure it out. Be back next week for another exciting Built2 Media podcast.
The Built2 Media Podcast.